Transformers, robots that get me in debt. So yes, indeed, another TFNation has finally come and gone. 2023 was a banger. 2024 I thought was the best TFNation of all time. And I think 2025 might have just taken that crown. Once again, I met so many awesome people, I bought so many cool bits, I spent way too much money, I ate way too much crap, probably drank too much, and I definitely stayed up way too late on the Saturday night. We didn't get to bed till about 3:45. So apologies in advance. As you can probably tell, I'm loading a bit of a cold now. My throat is absolutely gone, but that is a good thing. It's all okay because TFNation 2025 was beyond a success. I had a banger, everyone else there had a banger over time. And let's have a little look at it today. Let's have a little talk, let's talk about the figures, and let's have a little bit of a rundown, shall we? It was obviously getting there on the Thursday. All thought was going all right, until a can of Guinness decided to open in our bag, which we love, we do love that. I was just in Birmingham New Street Station and I looked down and I'd literally just left a trail of Guinness like halfway across the station. My boot was soaked, my bag was soaked. Yeah, what a way to start con. But luckily we survived, it was just a backpack. It was a little bit of a panic over, but it was all right. 300 rolls of toilet paper later. I filled that toilet full of toilet roll covered in Guinness. Whoops. We also did actually get to the con for about sort of 3:30. We got over to the Abyss Hotel, not the Abyss Budget, the Abyss Hotel this year. We just stayed there for the Thursday night. And we just kind of chilled, just kind of vibed up on the Thursday. Didn't really do anything that exciting on the Thursday. Watched TF1, had that on in like the background while we also gave each other birthday presents and bits and pieces, and just didn't really do a lot on the Thursday. We were all knackered. We kind of did Thursday this year. It's just a little bit of like a pre-con catch up, chill out a little bit, have another day off work, another day just kind of chill out really before Friday probably kicked off. On the Friday, checked out the Abyss around sort of 11, 12 o'clock. Headed over to the Moxie, and then just kind of chilled for a little bit. Johnny and Ollie turned up around sort of, I want to say maybe 3 o'clock or so, and it wasn't really till about 6 o'clock in the night when we did Tasha's quiz, and that was when the convention really kicked off. So every year we don't really normally tend to buy a Friday ticket. I know it's a little bit weird going to the con and not really buying tickets as part of the con, but every year we do something a little bit different. On the Friday night we always have a little quiz that Tasha puts together. She's been doing it for about the last 3 years or so, and we'll always do this little quiz, test our own knowledge, basically because we don't really want to do the Chris McFeely big quiz which they do on the Saturday night, because the Matrix test is way too hard. And even though I did do my homework this year, I watched all of RID and rewatched Prime, didn't quite manage to knock the crown off this year, didn't quite manage to claim the crown, but good job Mr. Loynes for taking the crown off Tom this year. You smashed it, mate. He got something like, what, like 50 out of like 55 points, like he really went to town on it. So I've got a bit of catching up to do, but there's always next year. So yeah, the Friday was kind of chilled in the bar, had a few drinks, opened some bits and pieces, and just kind of vibed until the next day, the Saturday, where we woke up. It was at this point we're starting to already feel a little bit under the weather, but nothing that a gym session and a bit of breakfast couldn't really sort. So what did I do after that? So after that, got washed and ready, got suited and booted in the cosplay. I did end up cosplaying this year. My God, it was hot. And then we ended up getting in the queue for the convention. I think we got in around sort of like 11ish or so. Wasn't really in a massive rush on the Saturday. Didn't end up going for the early access because it was quite a bit more. So I thought, just going to get the general entry, just kind of a bit more of a chilled out vibe. And yeah, I ended up getting in there, having a little wander around. Already started buying bits and pieces. I started buying bits on the Thursday and the Friday night because Matt had brought some bits and pieces. Then I bought 1 or 2 bits and pieces of people on the Friday night. And the Friday was just kind of the usual sort of deal, really. Ended up going around the deal hall, buying bits and pieces. Didn't end up meeting any of the guests or anything on the Saturday. Kind of left that till the Sunday. We'll have a little bit more coverage of the actual con event itself when I put the vlog video up. But yeah, basically same sort of deal. Went around the dealer hall, chilled out. Didn't really do any of the panels this year. I can't really be bothered with a lot of the panels, I can't lie. It's not really my kind of bag, but I love the fact that they do end up doing them. Scott McNeil was sorely missed. I was really gutted that I couldn't meet him. But the guests which I did meet, which I'll get on into a minute, they were so lovely. Like, it was really, really nice to see those people. And finally get their autographs and have a little bit of a chat with them about their work. Did head over to the cosplay meet at about 1 o'clock. Mid was holding that over by the waterside, and Harry also was there, and 1 or 2 other people from sort of previous years. So that was nice catching up with people, getting a few shots and bits and pieces of people, and making me realise that it really is about time that I do end up doing like maybe some sort of mech or like humanised character. But I had so much fun with the Nest cosplay, and I was really glad that people actually recognised it and kind of knew what I was trying to do, opposed to just people going, oh, there's a guy from Call of Duty or whatever. So after wandering around the dealer hall for a little bit more and then getting a freshen up, it was time for ClubCon. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really end up staying in the ClubCon for that long this year. I was kind of starting to flag a little bit. So I stayed for the Pretenders cosplay, stayed for the charity auction, really enjoyed both of those. But after that, I thought, you know what, 9, half 9, we sort of thought, let's just go to the bar and kind of chill. There was some awesome cosplays though. There was a really cool Rumble and Frenzy there. A few Prowls, one of them in like a big sort of mech suit. That was really, really cool. There was a knockout there, which I felt like, I kind of felt bad that knockout didn't come a little bit high up in the table because like, it was just so good. It was just a great big full on knockout suit. And it looked really good. I would argue that that was kind of my favorite one. And I was sort of talking to people that this knockout was kind of like the people's choice. But the winner, I believe it was like an IDW Drift. She looked really, really cool. Brilliant cosplay. I believe she's won it 1 or 2 years now previously. And she does really, really good work. So always pleased to see people win that. And yeah, it does remind me that I do need to get a bit more into the IDW comics. Shoot me. But yeah, went to the bar, opened up a load of figures, looked at a few other bits and pieces. Ollie, I think it was Ollie or Johnny, bought this really cool like third party Optimus Primal, which was kind of like in the sort of Studio Series sort of scale and shape. So that was quite cool having a little look at that. I do worry so much about the Chromon figures like that, but it did look really, really good. Stay away, I'm literally trying to talk about your convention. Jeez. Bumped into a load of cool people that night. John, Mr. Wrecker 84, had a little look at Triptychon next to him, and a little bit of a beastie. I think it's the Planet X Triptychon. That looked really cool. Also saw Mr. Jack Lawrence there about like 1:30 in the night, I believe it was. Jack Lawrence is always a pleasure. I always end up having like a little interaction with Jack Lawrence at some point there. I promise you one year, my friend, I will come and buy some of your work. Just bear with me. But in the meantime, it was nice having a little chat with you. Also saw Mr. Joe Powell from Crosshairs Productions, and I basically just sat there trying to convince him to do Ascension for the rest of his life. I was a bit like, Joe, I know you're at drama school. I know you're trying to like, do something really good and valuable with your life, but stop motion. Said hello to Kira's dog, little Ahsoka. What a lovely little Shih Tzu. I think I kind of made a best friend, really. Got to sleep for about 4:30. Woke up on the Sunday at about like, I don't know, like 7:30. But once again, we got suited and booted for the final day of the con. And this day was the important one because this was now finally time to get in there and go and meet the guest, which I certainly did. Me and Muffy went and had a chat with Sophia Mars, who of course is Madame de Pompadour from Doctor Who, and also starred in Age of Extinction. Really, really lovely to meet her. And it feels like so long since I've kind of like met someone from Doctor Who. It's always lovely meeting Doctor Who actors, even if it is a Transformers convention. But I have a little bit of a habit, and I've kind of become a bit known amongst my friends group for doing Doctor Who and Star Wars related things at the Transformers convention. So, sort of suits me perfectly, really. Matt then also went and they got a picture with Evan Michael Lee, the voice of Jazz from Transformers 1. What a legend. He just seemed like such a vibe, that guy. The whole weekend, everybody was getting pictures with him, and he was just like he was just so funny. He was just having a good laugh with people. Mid got his jacket signed by him and everything. And like, literally, I think I was in the queue for Sophia Mars, and then like looked over and Mid was just smiling at me, and I was like, oh my God, no, he's not. And like everyone was just stood there like signing Mid's jacket, and I was like, that is the coolest thing ever. You're literally cosplaying Jazz, and then Jazz is signing your jacket. So yeah, I was honestly quite jealous. And then the big one for me was of course meeting Mr. Neil Kaplan, the voice of RID Optimus Prime. Now, as I mentioned in my TFNation Hopes and Fears, I did previously get a little bit of a voice message from him, like 2013, 2012, a while back. I was stood there talking to him, and I said, look, a while back, you recorded a little message for me, basically asking where the hell I was, where I was, why I wasn't there, and just kind of, just kind of calling me out, really. So I said, should we do it again? Should we do a little follow-up to it?
Charlie? Is that you?
It's Optimus Prime. At long last.
12 years. 12 years. 12 years overdue.
Well, the train was late. What can I say?
Whatever.
Absolutely right. It was a meeting way too long in the making, but it was worth every second of the wait. What a lovely man. Thank you so much for making my weekend. We then went ahead and got the family photo of the year. Basically what we like to do a great big picture where it's like our favourite bot of the year that we've bought, all laid out on the table, and then we end up getting a picture of that. And then let's do another one where let's just be daft. Let's just stand there like arses doing something stupid, because ultimately that is what TFNation is all about. And then we had to finally wrap up the convention, unfortunately, with the TFNation closing ceremony. It's always a really, really sad moment, always really sad to kind of put the con to bed for the year. But it was very happy when they finally announced the dates for TFNation 2026, 31st of July to the 2nd of August. Be there or be square. Don't miss it. 40th anniversary of the film. 10 years of TFNation. It's going to be a big one. Me, Matt and Tom will all do like a great big picture of all our hauls. We'll do like a great big combined thing where we'll like take pictures of all our individual hauls, but then do like a great big final haul with all the bits and pieces in there. And then it was time to pack everything up. And the Monday, Unfortunately, it was then time to wave goodbye to the con. So while it was a little bit bittersweet, I was just really happy to have had the weekend that I had. I was surrounded by awesome people. I met so many brilliant people. Apologies if I haven't kind of given you a mention in this video. In the vlog, I kind of want to like really cover it all. Oh, that's a alarm car. In the vlog, I'm going to cover it all and actually really kind of like break down what happened at the con. This was just a bit of an overview because now it is time that we talk about the plastic. Shall we look at some figures? Right, so I actually haven't unpacked yet. So earlier on I was thinking I'll unpack, I'll open up the figures and all the rest, get everything out of the bag. But then I thought, well, why don't I just unpack everything in the video? That just makes so much more sense. Like, ooh. You've been to Galaxy's Edge? Neither have I. That's a double neither have I. But Carl has, and he got me these. He got me some empty Coke bottles. Yeah, so at Galaxy Edge, these are the thermal detonators. And I've really wanted them for like literally like as long as I can remember. I've really wanted to get hold of those. Literally just the empty bottles, and I bought those off him. I think with these and then a figure, I think it was about 20 quid I got them for. So yes, thank you very much. People might think it's really weird buying an empty Coke bottle, and that's because it is. But I am really weird. You should know this by now. But I love them. Right, Transformers. Dark of the Moon Deluxe Top Spin. Dark of the Moon Deluxe Top Spin. I haven't actually transformed this yet. Literally, as I was packing, I didn't have room for him in the box. He was brand new and sealed for £12 from Toy Fu. I literally just didn't have room for it in the box. So I was just like, do you know what? I'm going to have to open it up. Was it £12 or 15? Might have been £15. Brand new and sealed from Toy Fu. Literally, yeah, as I was packing, I thought I'm just going to just have to rip them out of the box, put all the accessories and bits and pieces in there because I just didn't have room. Speedster in the TARDIS. Sky sold me a Rise of the Beast Deluxe Class Mirage, loose for £15 there. This one's a little bit of a holy grail for me because he is quite a rare older figure now. Well, not that old, but he's quite rare, and he's going to go quite nice alongside that Wheeljack, which I mentioned in my haul video. Yeah, £15 for Mirage, I can't complain. Very pleased to have this one because, as I say, he was a little bit of a grail. Bubble. Universe Prowl for 15 quid. Yes, I did get the Siege one. Yes, I have got the Earthrise one. Yes, I don't care what you have to say because I quite like the look of this. I really wanted that Sunstreaker this year as well. I've wanted that for quite a while. But they didn't. I think they said they did have Sunstreaker, but they sold him. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to give that Prowl mold a go. And yeah, for 15 quid, brand new and sealed. I thought that's a pretty good deal. From Toy Fu, I bought the, I want to say Power of the Primes. I think it's Power of the Primes. Power of the Primes Wind Charger there. Yes, I know they're doing the deluxe one. Yes, I know that it's going to be the better version. But I just really quite like this figure. I've always had a bit of a soft spot for this little guy. It's one of those where I just quite like it as a figure. Yes, I know it's not perfect, but I just like the little figure there. And I thought for a tenner, it's going to charity. Let's give him a go. Also, my last purchase, but by no means least, from Toy Fu was the Legacy Animated Prowl there. Got him for a tenner. He is indeed complete from what I've gathered. I've got the original animated Prowl there, but I just thought, you know what? I like this guy. I think he's cool. Let's buy him. And for a tenner again for charity, doesn't hurt, does it? More bubble wrap. I really don't even want to know how that sounds on the mic because I bet it sounds really annoying. Oh, right, okay. This is a really random one. So Tasha knows that I like Star Wars. Tasha bought me some birthday presents. Here's one of them. It is a Lego Star Wars Darth Vader alarm clock. I think if you're a Lego collector, I think this is actually a bit of a quintessential purchase, really. There's the thumbnail. So yeah, thank you so much, Tasha. What a random piece. Apparently it still works and everything, so at some point I will have to put all the batteries in that and try them out. Yeah, every morning when I'm waking up at 5 o'clock to go and work in the hospital, at least Darth Vader's waking up. Lego Darth Vader, so could be worse. A while back, Matthew went to the great big sort of in-demand toys at their store. They had like a great big like sale and haul a while back. And Matthew went along there and picked me up R460 from Mandalorian. Very, very nice. That was about, I don't know, like about a £5 a while back. Again, cheap from there. But what's most interesting is, as you can see in there, because I didn't really have any room for him, I didn't really want him to get too battered up, I bought another Blockies, everyone's taking the mick out of the way to pronounce that. Mixmaster. Yes, one of the last ones that Izzy needs, which I did kind of feel quite bad about getting. But yes, I did get Mixmaster. Izzy was really pleased that I got him, so thank you very much, Izzy. I really kind of want that new Constructicon set which they've announced. Like, they basically announced like a full, like, I think it's like kind of like a body stroke sort of add-on kit for like the vehicle mode, so you can basically make the full combined Devastator. So that could be one cool to get. I think I might pre-order that in the hopes that I one day manage to get all the art modes. But for now, I do indeed have myself a Mixmaster. And my laptop's turned off again. Oh, we're running out of room. For £15 from Capel Toys again, I bought Belestron Studio Series Deluxe Class Bumblebee B127 from TF1. Nice little figure there, very cool. Again, for 15 quid, brand new and sealed. I thought, oh, that's a good deal. It's not even been out that long. Lift ticket for £5 there. A figure that I kind of feel like everybody sort of laughs at and takes the mick of. You know, no one really wants them, no one really gives them any love. I really, really like it. The Diaclone colours for Hoist, apparently. I really like this guy. I think it's a really neat figure. And for £5 brand new and sealed, I thought, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to give him some love. And I'm glad I did, because he's a cute little one. Screw the haters. Again, from Carl, one of the other bits I said I bought from him earlier on was Blocky's Snarl there. I don't know how well he's going to show up in a little bag. Blocky Snarl, I need to open him up and have a little look at him. But yes, technically only the second Dinobot that I have now. He'll go nice next to Swoop. Going back to what I was saying earlier on about how I like to go to a Transformers convention and buy stuff that's nothing to do with Transformers. Yeah. The Age of the Steel Cyberman set there. Brand new and sealed from More Than Mats the Eye for a solid deal of 40 quid. I used to have these as a kid. I ended up selling them. Well, full record, I did give my mum permission to sell them, but she put them on a car boot and literally got about like 8 quid for the bunch of them. And I was like, oh no. Sad times. So it was so nice to go ahead and get this set again. And as I say, for the price he was selling it to me, I thought I really can't be robbed. Right, that laptop's got to go. It was my birthday a few weeks back, but then we had Thursday, sort of like a pseudo kind of birthday for everybody. I now got this one. Happy birthday, Chief. Mr. Johnny Halo on there. We love Johnny Halo, don't we? And we also love an Ood. Who doesn't love an Ood birthday card? Of everything I thought I would never ever own, an Ood birthday card has got to be up there. So thank you very much for getting me an Ood birthday card, Matthew. That just sums up our friendship, I think. Oh God, what is this all about? And thank you as well, Izzy, for this lovely Grogu card, which I was so amazed to literally have a word search in there. Like, since when did birthday cards have word searches in? I'm like, maybe I'm a bit out the loop on it. But yes, very, very nice card there. Thank you very much, Izzy. We do love a nice birthday card. And there will actually be cards which I will keep because they're kind of different, kind of out there. Very, you know, very much me. We have the Phase 2 Clone Trooper from the Black Series. Again, this is one that Matthew bought that In Demand Toys big warehouse clear out the other week. I said the other month, it's quite a while back now. This one was about a tenner, so I really just couldn't pass them up. I obviously couldn't make it, but Matthew was kind enough to pick up a few bits and pieces for me. And TFNation was finally the time where I took them off him. Also, another little loose figure I bought from Matthew is the regenerating / sort of battle damage worn Weeping Angel there. She does have her wings, but for 4 quid loose, I was like, yeah, do you know what, Mr. Loins, I will take her off you and give you some money for TFNation. So everyone's a winner. Izzy, Tash, Tom, Matt, they all kind of threw in and got bits and pieces. And one of them was one of these little Defender Series minifigures. And this one is in fact Ultra Magnus. He's very, very nice, isn't he? He's a really cool little guy. Very cute, a little bit fiddly to build. But I do love those little guys. And he's going to sit very nice next to my other blockies. And one of them wasn't enough. But so they did also in fact get me a little Wheeljack there. Is our wheelie going to focus? He wheelie is. But we're not done with Bucky's yet because we do also have little Elite 1 there from Transformers Prime, don't we? I mean, Transformers Prime, Transformers 1. Whoops. Elite from TF1. Look at that there. Really nice and shiny. Oh, I just love this one. Literally, Izzy got it. Izzy was opening up some blockies. She got Elite 1 and I was like, oh, it'd be really, really nice if I got Elite 1 as well. I then opened my box up and I was like, yep, I'm copying you. The G1 Megatron from the same wave as that Ironhide, I believe. Oh, he's a bit beautiful, isn't he? He is very, very nice. I was jealous of Johnny getting the chase variant of Optimus Prime, like the nice silver shiny one. But yes, that Megatron there, nice little figure, nice little build, and he will indeed go nice on my very small but humble Decepticon shelf. Just ignore me when I say that I didn't get any more non-Transformers themed stuff. I don't even know if there is any more yet, because last time I checked, Crucible Daleks from Series 4 of Doctor Who weren't in Transformers. But they are now in my collection. Thank you to Mr. Loins. I think he sold me this one for about, this one and the Weeping Angel, about 10 or so, however much you want to say for them. I used to have this one again as a kid. Very glad to have it reunited in my collection. Maybe give it a little bit of a dust, but he's looked after his figures. He's a good lad. So thank you very much, More Than Mats the Eye, for selling me a Dalek at a Transformers convention, because that's just me. Let's do it properly. You know who it is. You know what I'm on about. I did indeed finally get myself a Cosmos, didn't I? Oh God, he's just a beaut. What a cute little guy. What a little legend. We love this one. 17 quid later. What a lovely little figure. He really, really is nice. He's such a gem. I just had to, as soon as I saw him there, I was like, yeah. He was on my list anyway of ones to get. I know I have technically kind of mistransformed the feet, but I do kind of prefer them with those pieces staying out instead of going around to the back like they should do. He's my figure. I'll do what I like with him. I don't care. Go on, Cosmos. Keep the Sidemen company. I am so sorry. I cannot remember your name, but there was a lovely person in the cosplay meetup who gave me this really, really neat. Oh, go on, focus. Go on. Gave me this really, really nice little badge, which is apparently made out of recycled Blockies boxes. I do have a little collection of badges and bits. I don't normally kind of put them on coats and all the rest, but I could maybe do with getting like a nice denim jacket or something to badge up and put these bits and pieces on, or maybe like a little, like, I don't know, do they do like frames where you can put badges in or something like that? Maybe that'd be something I could look to get at some point, I guess. But yes, thank you so much for that. That was such a nice little gesture. I don't really know if it's sort of focusing. There we go, kind of. Yeah, thank you so much, and such a nice idea to recycle boxes. And of course, it had to be Optimus Prime. Also, Matthew got a really nice deal on a load of Junkions, and he already had Scrap Hook, so he decided to sell this one to me, didn't he? Gave him to me for a £5. I haven't even transformed him yet. Don't really know what the deal is. He did come with like the crane attachment. I just took it off and put it in like a box of bits so it didn't get lost. But yes, £5. He was another one who was sort of pseudo on the list. So I thought, yeah, go on then, Matt. I'll give you a few extra quid for TFN. He already spends enough money there, so I thought I'm just going to, fund his addiction that bit more. We have another awesome gift from the twins. I always like to get a Voyager Optimus Prime at a convention for some reason. I have a bit of an obsession with walking away with Optimus Primes at Transformers cons, and this year was no exception, because here we have the Studio Series Bumblebee movie, Voyager Optimus Prime. I do have the Rise of the Beast one, so I kind of have two from that continuity, but I really wanted this guy. It's just a badass design. Missed out on him when he came out, and yeah, he's just a beaut there. Tash, I think it was Tash who got me this one, probably in loose off Facebook Marketplace, I think it was. And just, yeah, thank you so much. I can't wait to have a little play around with this guy and transform him up, because he's just a little gem. I mean, like, yeah. You can never have enough Optimus Primes in your life, and this guy is more than welcome in my collection. Another one from the birthday haul. I did indeed get this lovely little Rebel sign there, which unfortunately I don't know if I'm going to have space for in the uni flat, but when I do get my own house and a wife, she's going to have to accept that things like this are going to be put up. So, full warning, if my future wife is watching this, just yeah, you're just going to have to make space for this. When you want to put Live, Laugh, Love there, I'm going to put Rebel there instead. So, just full warning you. But that sign was going to get lonely, wasn't it? So they got me another one. Yeah, may the force be with you. It's very kind of like number platey. Maybe I'm just going to just put this on the back of my car and just get rid of my number plate and, just have may the force be with you on the back of my car, which would be interesting if the police ever pull you over and see this. You don't want to pull me over. Legacy Deluxe Class G1 Optimus Prime for 15 quid, brand new and sealed from Kapow Toys. What a beaut. I love this figure. I really wanted to get him and give him a go. And oh God, he's just gorgeous. I just absolutely love him with a passion. Such a nice little figure, one of those where it's just like really Moorish. You don't want to put him down. Great figure just to fiddle around with and have a look at. He's just so neat. He's just tidy, and he's got rubber tires, and he's just like as soon as I got this guy, I was like, possibly figure of the year. It's joint between this one and another one, which I'm going to show you soon. It's close. It's a bit of a joint favourite. I can't lie this year. But yeah, G1 Deluxe Optimus Prime from Legacy, 15 quid. Honestly, what a bargain. Oh, did I tell you that I bought some Doctor Who figures this year? Yeah, I got a Doctor Who figure this year. I got a Martha Jones with the open top vein there from Matt for about 2 quid. Not that I've really bought any Doctor Who figures this year. Just thought I'd mix it up a bit. We just have a little box there from the lift ticket figure, just full of like random accessories and bits and pieces. But there is a few oddities in there and a few bits that I have got to show you before I forget. We have the Cybertronian Fawn, which goes very, very nicely with the Elite 1 figure. I am definitely going to forget 1 or 2 bits and pieces which people have got me this year. I'm so sorry in advance. There's definitely going to be 1 or 2 things which I do forget. So please, please, please bear with me. Don't know if it's at the bottom of this box or somewhere, but Tom got us all little stickers, I think on the Saturday or the Sunday. Thank you so much, mate. I do love a sticker. Again, I need a sticker album for bits and pieces. It's like a nice little unicorn one, which will turn up. It's either in here or it's in my wallet. I'll find it. But we've got to give a shout out to Izzy. Look at these bits that she made us. She made us all these like keyring hand-stitched bits and pieces. Like a while back, Tasha said to me, she was like, who's your favourite character? And I was like, well, I like Optimus Prime, I like Silverbot, I like Shockwave, I like all these different guys, but it's got to be Optimus Prime for me. And yeah, Izzy went ahead and made these. Like, oh man, they're just stunning. I didn't really get pictures of all the other ones that people got, but like, I was just like, I love handcrafted bits. I love like bits like this that you get in the forge. And yeah, she was just like, oh yeah, I made these all as like little gifts to you and all the rest. So yeah, bit of a one-off thing. Thank you so much, Izzy. I really like, as soon as I got it, I was like, do you know what? This might actually be one of my favorite gifts of the whole year. So yeah, thank you so much, Izzy. It's a beautiful piece there. I've one last little look at that. Just a nice little keyring piece there. I probably won't use it as a keyring because I like to keep things like this nice. So this will go on my figure display. So yeah, thank you so much. Like, what a lovely little gift there. And more talent than I could ever hope to have. So thank you so much. I was a good lad and I bought myself the Studio Series 86 Scrapper. Yeah, I did actually end up finally getting one. I said I was going to and I meant it. Scrapper there, very, very nice looking dude. Really cool. I haven't had a go at transforming him yet or putting him in the leg mode, but he's cool. He's a nice figure actually. Definitely a bit of an upgrade from Bone Crusher, I think I will say that. No shade to Bone Crusher, but yeah, Scrapper's just doing a bit more for you, isn't he? Take a seat, my boy, have a minute. Again, another birthday gift from the twins. Thank you so much for Studio Series Bumblebee movie Ironhide, another figure which I literally turned around to Tasha and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna walk away with Ironhide at some point this week. And I did. Ironhide, deluxe Ironhide there. Thank you so much. I'm like, literally, it's the fact that I said to her, I was like, oh yeah, I'll walk away with an Ironhide this weekend. She sort of smirked and I was like, what are you planning? What are you plotting, Tash? Thank you so much, Tash, again for that Ironhide. I love you, Tash. We all love you. Never think we don't. You're one of the lads. We love you. Now, let's speed through these last few bits because I am so close to running out of charge and storage. Oh, a little bulkhead. Formerly, I was Bulkhead Studios and Mr. Loins knew just that. So thank you very much, mate, for a bit of an oddity, a Kinder Egg bulkhead. So here's the thing. Thank you very much, Mr. Lemon, Zesper Bomb, for getting me the Thing from the new Fantastic Four First Steps film. What a banger of a figure this one is, and what a banger of a movie Fantastic Four is. I really enjoyed the film, and I was really keen to get some of the figures. And he was like, oh, don't suppose you've got the Thing yet? And I was like, I do not have the Thing. But now I do have the Thing, and I'm also now going to go ahead and have to get the rest of the characters from the movie. So thank you, Tom. Thank you very much for committing me to another team. But we love this guy, so thank you very much. Went over to the Batsy stall and I had to go ahead and, although it was 18 quid, I had to go ahead and get the first edition of the new comic book with Optimus Prime staring down over Batsy Station there. What a great cover. It's a little bit more glittery than it's going to be showing up on camera there. But yes, very, very nice cover there. Be nice to go ahead and maybe get that signed by some of the different people who've worked on it. So yeah, 18 quid later, I thought I'd walk away with that and I had a lovely lady serve me that. So thank you very much to the Batsy stall for turning up that weekend. Some of the autograph bits there, I had the lovely Sophia Mars signed my program there after I got a lovely little picture with her. Lovely lady, and thank you so much again for that and for turning up to seeing us bunch of sweaty nerds. Got another program as well. I ended up with a few of them in the end, you know, just to like to get one or two just for like the TFN scrapbook, so to speak. Didn't get anybody to sign that one. Just kind of wanted just a blank version of it as well. Ollie was nice enough to gift us all a blow keys each as well, all the way over from China. Took them out of the box because the box wouldn't fit in the bag. But I did indeed get a little ratchet from the first wave, so we'll have to open them up and give Ironhide a mate. We do also have a lovely little tote bag there from the Batsy Station store. Again, another little purchase there for 4 quid. I thought I'd go ahead and get that. Just something to kind of put the comic book in. She was literally like, oh yeah, do you want a bag to put the comic in for 4 quid? And I was like, yeah. Some of the Studio Series posters here. We have Evan Michael Lee's signature there on the one there from TF1. So yes, thank you very much, Mr. Evan Michael Lee. I was literally in the queue and I was like, oh, I really need him to go ahead and sign something. I was like, do I get a print? Do I sign the program? And I thought, no, let's get him to sign the TF1 poster. Made sense. And to go alongside the Devastator set when I eventually get the rest of the Constructicons, we have a lovely little poster there, just reminding me every day of how much money I'll be spending on them. From Tasha's quiz, while I didn't win, I did get a badge. We love a little badge. I did Tasha's TFN quiz and all I got was this lousy badge. But I also had a great time and I had a lovely time with you, Tash. Thank you so much for your quiz. Just next year, give me all the answers so I can win. And the penultimate item, thank you so much, Mr. Neil Kaplan. What a lovely gen. Look at that. Yes, absolutely lovely. There was some other prints there, but I sort of thought I've got to get this one because he did write a little bit of a story on it there. Thank you so much. Instead of literally just a signature and just his name, you know, just like to Charlie, Neil Kaplan, he literally wrote a whole little paragraph there. Thank you so much. What a true gent. Oh, let's have one last little look at that. Thank you so much, buddy. You really are a legend. You absolutely made not just my day, but just my whole weekend. Thank you so much, mate. And at literally 3:56, 4 minutes before the trade hall closed, I decided to buy the Studio Series Leader Class Age of Extinction Optimus Prime for 53 quid. Big purchase. I saw it on the Saturday night. Johnny had one and he opened it all up. And I thought, do you know what, that's a banger. Yes, obviously I haven't finished transforming him. I ran out of time on the Sunday night to try and transform him before we had to head off. But yeah, there we go. A mistransformed Age of Extinction Leader Class Optimus Prime. 53 quid later. And I think that basically wraps up the TFN 2025 haul video. I'm not going to pile everything up here because to tell you the truth, I am literally about to run out of storage. My camera's literally about to die. So I will wrap it up there. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for coming over and saying hello to me at TFN. Thank you all for making this just a weekend to remember. And that there will wrap up the TFNation 2025 haul video. I'm literally about to run out of space on my camera. I'm literally about to run out of battery. So we'll have to wrap this one up. Thank you all so much for coming to TFNation this year and making it such a special event. Thank you to all the guests. Thank you to all the organisers. And thank you to everybody who came over and had a conversation with me. Thank you to everybody who let me look at all your figures. Thank you to everybody who bought me stuff. And just thank you just to every single person there who made this such a weekend to remember. Right, now I'm going to go edit the vlog where I'll talk a little bit more in depth about the con itself, you know, do a little bit more name dropping, and maybe less sort of about the figures and just more kind of event, the experience, and just the actual con itself. So I'm going to go work on that, but before I do anything, maybe I should transform this guy and give him a little bit of love and actually finish him off maybe. It might be kind, mightn't it? So that wraps it up for another year. Let me know in the comment section what you got below, and also if you managed to actually get it all home. But until the next one, thank you all very much for watching. Stay awesome, people.